Hey guys! So, one really cool thing that Stampin' Up! Does is they've made it super easy, especially if you are not an experienced paper crafter, to make some really beautiful cards. And a way that they have done this is through kits such as this Everyday Occasions kit. I've actually not really dug into this. You can see everything is still in its packaging. So I thought we could just take a quick look and maybe even put together some cards. So it looks like this comes with some buttons and some fun little arrow paper clips, the tips and tricks. So I'm assuming this is really instructions for to make the different cards. So we can pick out which one of these here we want to try to make. Let's see what else. It comes with a stamp set. Let's see what some of the sentiments are. Looks like there's a thinking of you, a happy birthday for you. I'm just reading the rubber backwards. It's one of my many talents. Yeah, thinking of you, happy birthday for you, thank you, made for you. I don't know what that says. Made for you by me. Made for you by me. Congratulations and love. So really, it makes sense that this kit is called Everyday Occasions because that pretty much hits them all. And then it looks like we've got a couple different ink spots here, Island Indigo and Basic Gray, as well as, we'll get to this in a second, it looks like we've got even it comes with a block, which is nice. Some dimensionals, it looks like Basic Gray and white baker's twine. And then some elements. It looks like these are just some chipboard elements, some fun little cardstock elements. There's some doilies in there. That's, I don't know if you can see that it's actually cut there, but that's cut like a feather. So that'll be really fun to dig into. And let's see what we have in here. So it looks like we've got, just move this out of the way for a second. Of course, it's got this cute little belly band. You could probably use that for something. So some different size envelopes. So this looks like a 3x3. I could be completely off. Yeah, it's made for like a 3x3 little note cards. Looks like there's 2 white and then 2 craft. And then, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 craft and 5 white of this. Let's see, it's about 5 by 3.5 size card. And we've got 3 craft and 3 white of this size. So this is 5 3/4 by about 4 1/4. So this is going to fit your standard A2 size card. And then these are actually card bases. So this would be the base for your 3x3 card. That's so cute, that little hexagon background. And then we've got this fun diagonal stripe. And you could really do this one vertically or horizontally, just to make a cute little thank you note, which I actually need to make some thank you notes. So this is perfect. This is a really just cute arrow pattern. This is a cute floral screen type pattern. I love this chevron. This is gorgeous. And then this is kind of that mosaic type background. It feels very Moroccan to me. Just some nice, what is this called? Like, it starts with a B. I can't think of what it's called. Some polka dots, and then some more polka dots. So super, super cute as like a jumping off point to quickly make some cards. So let's just look here and pick one out. like I said, I need to make a thank you, but really we could use, oh, and there's more on the back. Let's do kind of like this one to do for my thank you. Let's do this one. Okay. So it looks like I'm going to need, we're going to start with our green one. So that's what we're going to use for our base. And then I'm going to grab my little elements here and see. These are so fun. So let's see. It looks like we need this guy here. And of this. Pull that out. And then we'll need some of our baker's twine. Okay, so I kind of paused for a second because I was getting the paper off of the Stampin' Spot. Honestly, I think that might just be the most difficult thing in this whole kit. This is so awesome because all the pieces go together so easily. So while I was off camera, I went ahead and pulled out the rest of the stuff. But I did want to wait until I was back on camera to mount the stamps. So I'm actually going to use this thank you right here. And so here's the backing, and this is so easy to do. I always just pull off half. So that's kind of my standard. A lot of people pull them off and then try and stick it just on the back. I take the stamp to the sheet and I pull half of this off, and I like to get right over the top of it. So I'm hoping that my head's not in the camera shot. It might be. And just press it down like that and pull it up. Flip that. And voila. Perfect. Okay. Now we're just going to take this little block. It's got the Stampin' Up logo on it there. And I'm just going to huff on it. And because, see, like this, the adhesive on these is like crazy. I'm just gonna like rip that off a little bit so that I can put the top easily back on. Okay. Because this is such a small ink pad, I'm actually going to take the ink to the stamp instead of trying to get the stamp onto the ink. Just, you know, generously apply it. We're just going to stamp this right onto here. Thank you. Push that down. I've obviously never used this block before. And I kind of like it because it's kind of vintagey looking when you use that basic gray with that craft background. And you can see even in the example that they showed, it's kind of vintage, like this washed look. So I kind of like that. Okay. So I think I have like literally 20 seconds left on my video. So anyway, I noticed on here there's a piece of glimmer paper here. So I'm just going to look for that. Okay, so we're going to use some of the shimmer paper to add a little bit of embellishment. And I figured out the easiest way to look at this. I don't know if you can see this or not, but there is perforations. If you turn it over, I know there's a little bit of a shadow there, but you can see there's different die cuts on this glimmer paper. So what we're actually going to use for this is just, if I can flip it back over, we're going to use one of these strips here. So pretty. So pretty. Okay, so I think we have all of our pieces. I'm going to just use some liquid adhesive here. And I'm going to pull out my guide. Here it is. So we can make sure that we're doing it just like that, because that's essentially what I want to end up with. So I think the first thing that we're going to do, I'm actually going to wrap the twine around this piece and then glue this onto the base. And I'll tie a little bow. I don't know why I always have such a difficult time getting baker's twine just how I want it. I guess it's because it doesn't, you know, like ribbon has a little bit of like structure to it, so it's easier to kind of manipulate, but this does not. Okay, yeah, that's doable. I can be okay with that. And let me just snip this. Okay, so there's that guy. And so he's going to go here, and it looks like he's just adhered flat. Let's grab, I'm just going to use my liquid adhesive because it's right here. Maybe we'll just make it work. Okay. I'll put that. And then this is going to just go right below it. And you can see we're going to have a little bit of extra. And I was reading through the instructions, and it says to actually hold on to that, because some of these other cards just use a tiny little piece. Let me see if I can't find one. See this one right here? There's just this tiny little piece. So make sure you hold on to all of your little scraps. So what I'll do, so that I don't get glue on the piece that I'm saving for the other card, is I'm just going to apply it directly to my card base. And then we'll just line that up. Steady as she goes. Perfection. And I'll just cut this up. And I'm actually just going to keep this in here. I'll put all of my other little embellishment pieces back in there too. Alright, now we need to add our little tag of these dimensionals. Okay, yeah, these are thicker. You know, the nice thing, here's a little trick. The nice thing about the Stampin' Up! Normal dimensionals that you just buy in the catalog, not the ones that are with this kit, is that you can actually stack them on top of each other if you want to pop something up higher than the width of the dimensional. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of put this down here, just like that. And I probably should have folded that over before we started, but that's okay. And there you go. How easy was that? So cute too. Thanks for watching.